You've guessed it. It's Kovacs Report, and we are back. We are back with another honest comic book review. And today it's Detective Comics 1096 on Mikel Janin's art with Tom Taylor's words all mixed together to make a fantastic run so far. Let's just touch on the art again. It's been amazing, right? Mikel Janín is one of my all-time favourites now. I will love everything he does going forward. It's been flawless, and it's been absolute delight every single page. I want to make that very, very clear. This book is great alone just on the art, and that's without the amazing story that we've had so far. And about that story, it is very risky what Tom Taylor's doing here. He's probably creating some new pre-origin to Batman, which sometimes can go the wrong way, but so far it's been pretty good. And what is that story? Well, many years ago, Bruce's mother and father, they saved a pregnant woman from a nasty man, all right? And this nasty man happened to be Joe Chill. Now, Joe Chill was in Bruce's father's surgery, and Bruce's father had the choice to save the man or not save the man, right? And, you know, he's a doctor, he took an oath, and he's generally a good person, so everyone's worth saving. Much like Bruce is today, even with the Joker, everyone deserves to live, okay? So, by letting Joe Chill live, the events of Batman's origin unfolded and his parents were murdered. Okay, now also this woman had a child, which Martha, Bruce's mother, and the child's mother were whisked away from safety to get away from Joe Chill. Right, so this woman has grown up and is actually Batman, or rather Bruce Wayne's new girlfriend. Now, she's super intelligent. She's the head of this company. And it makes a super drug, this wonder drug, which Batman himself, I keep saying Batman, I mean Bruce Wayne has taken. It's very much for the rich, this, right? I mean, he kind of thinks this should be available to everyone. So does she, I guess. But the rich can afford it. And what it does, it makes you more youthful, stronger, faster, all that. It's like some special magic potion, some elixir of youth. Now, the word elixir, we'll get to that. Anyway, that's where we are. On top of that, there's been a serial killer on the loose that drains the blood of the victims. All these victims have been young delinquents, all from the same delinquent institution. And Batman has investigated that institution and found it to be pretty nefarious. They are farming kids out to have their blood drained. Now, he's pretty much shut that down. And now he needs to know whether his girlfriend here is involved in what's going on. And that leads me to the cliffhanger of the last issue, which was just so amazingly done. If you've not read it, go and have a look. But I'll give you a quick recap. Basically, his girlfriend, she's in the office, she's sitting there, she's on a video call to Bruce, and Bruce is saying, look, did you know what was going on? Did you know when you gave me the first dose of Sangral, which is the name of this wonder drug? Did you know? And she sort of pauses, she doesn't have an answer, and he just goes, goodbye, Scarlet, and hangs up. And then the next panel, he's outside standing on the sign, puts his hood on and crashes through the window. It's like, I need to be sure before I do this. And it was just brilliant. Anyway, he crashes through the window, the alarms go off, and she reveals that they are watching. And he says, who? And he goes, Elixir. Now, Elixir, I guess the name of the organization behind everything that's going on here. They're behind all the naughtiness, right? But Batman needs those final answers, right? He needs to find out what's going on. So we return with this issue with a nice advert for Batman Hush 159. Now listen, I've done a video for that, so please check it out. Please check it out. But back to this Detective Comic. So he's bursting the window, right? He doesn't know who Elixir are. He's there, he's trying to save his girlfriend Scarlet, but all hell's breaking loose. The building's on fire, it's blowing up, and he manages to get her to safety. But there's still a doctor left there. There's still a doctor trapped in a building. So Batman, because he's Batman, he goes back in there to rescue, and he rescues Dr. Foster. Now, this is where we start getting some reveals, right? It turns out Dr. Foster is behind the nefarious stuff that's going on with these delinquents that are being murdered and their blood being drained. And to get to the point very, very quickly, this woman is secretly the mother of Scarlet. She is the woman that was saved by Martha and Thomas Wayne all those years ago. And this is her way of getting revenge against bad people. She's one of the villains in all this. And she's actually the serial killer that's been going around killing all these delinquents too. So that's the big mystery there out in the open. Now, this book has been flawless, and this is a nice reveal. It's really, really cool, but it felt a little bit flat. That's my only criticism out of this entire run so far, was I kind of thought there'd be some more of a bigger reveal, And it also turns out that when Joe Chill and her were admitted to Bruce Wayne's father's surgery, it was because of a car crash, and she had engineered that crash to try and bump Joe Chill off. So, it plays on that thing is, should, bad people be given second chances and they go on to do bad things? Does everyone deserve salvation? Does everyone deserve a second chance? And this is what happens. This is what happened in this case when you let these people go. Anyway, so talking about the institution that's draining blood from the delinquents, it's called Faultless, and the Bat family, they're on the way to shut it down. They are on the way to shut it down. And we're treated to this huge scene with the whole Bat family kicking the living hell out of all the bad guys that are involved. And it's pretty cool, it's pretty dynamic. And then we return back to where the arc started, which was in this green lit room where Batman is being given a choice to either save or kill this unknown person in a chair who's bleeding out right now. Now, she, the baddie, the serial killer, okay, Joe Chill's ex-girlfriend, has actually got Joe Chill in the chair. And this is her sort of present to Batman to say, hey, you can fix a mistake that your father made. You can kill him. But he's like, no. I have my father's values. I have good values. No one deserves to go this way, so I'm going to protect him. And of course, they have a fight and a scuffle, and he tries to handcuff her, but she's got some special super duper drug that she's going to try and stab him with. But of course, Batman turns the tables and injects her. We jump back to the fight. That's all clearing up. Everyone gets arrested, and Batman saved the day. Anyway, we get this sort of moment at the end where Batman and Scarlet have a chat, and they realize she wasn't involved. She didn't know it was her mother. She didn't know her father was Joe Chill. She's pretty much innocent. And they're all sitting by the bedside of Joe Chill, the man who murdered Bruce's parents. Very interesting. We're given a little epilogue. I'm not sure what's going on here, but this is all to do with Elixir and everything else. We've got this guy here. I think that might be, is that Dr. Hugo Strange? I'm not sure, but he's in, obviously, I guess it's Arkham, and he's talking to Scarlet's mother, and there's still work to be done, basically. There's still work to be done. And she does confirm that her daughter, Scarlet, knows nothing, so she's innocent. So hopefully Batman can keep it going on with Scarlet, because she's an interesting character, and I guess we're going to see more of the bad guys in the following arc. So, was it good? Yes, it was. As I said, was perfect. I mean, look at it. It is beautiful. Look at the colouring. It's so vibrant. I love it. I absolutely love it. Was the reveal a letdown? No. I did expect something bigger, but having reread this a couple of times, it kind of fits. I kind of like it. But again, it draws me back to that thing I said at the beginning of the video. It's very, very risky taking, what is it? I don't know, 70, 67, 80 years worth of Batman origin and then adding this section in, because it kind of changes things, and it changes everything. And Tom Taylor does have a habit of doing that with character, which I think is fine. It's fine. For the most part, it works. But it is interesting to see how the Batman story is going to unfold going forward with this new information. So it does change everything. It really does. You get those big events and those big stories. So this is going to change everything you know about Spider-Man, and it never does. But this has the potential to change quite a lot of things, and I'd like to see what they are. But again, a good finale to an amazing first arc. Hats off to Tom Taylor and Mikel Janín. I love this book. I hope you love it too. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that stuff that YouTubers are supposed to say. Help us grow the channel, and hopefully I'll catch you in the next video.